I know they look pretty beat up right now, but they've definitely seen better days. All right, stay tuned. The pros and cons of my C7 skates. And as you can see, I have removed the wheels because these skates are technically out of commission. And if you're probably wondering, these are just my toe guards that I placed on my skates. This one you could lift up. So it's just to protect the front of my skates when I roller skate outside. The pros, starting off with the pros of the C7 skates. One reason why I purchased these, obviously because I just wanted to have some pretty skates. I know. So they retail at 119. I thought that was pretty okay in terms of pricing. The C7 skates had excellent customer service, and I only say that because about a few months in, which I purchased these in March of 2021, by July, and I ended up breaking the truck here, as you can see. You see this broke off. So looking at the cons of these skates, obviously with the fact that they broke so early in the process, you have to think, I got these skates in March, and then I ended up spraining my ankle like late March, early April. So I was out for like 6 weeks. So really, I only got like a really good 2.5 months maybe of skate time really after I healed from my sprain. The durability is just not here with these skates. These, as I said, are great for beginners. They're not great for people who want to grow into their skates and want to advance quickly like I did. Also, I had to change out like these little cushions here, these little orange cushions here. The ones that were in the existing skate were actually black, and they were very hard. And if you know anything about skates, these cushions, you want to make sure that they can absorb the shock from, all the skating that you do. You don't want something that's hard. I will also say that one thing about these skates, I could feel in my legs that I used to get really fatigued after like an hour and a half, and I think that's also because the boot, just the way it was made, it's not made for comfort. So I had to end up getting insoles, which I think my insoles are still in here. So I bought some insoles from Amazon. These just definitely helped with the comfort of it. Pivot cups. The most vital part of your skate. Now the pivot cup is this little black thing in here. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. I'll just hold it there for a second. That pivot cup is very vital to anything that you do with your skates. So especially when you have to turn and if you have to skate backwards, I constantly felt like I was having to force instead of it just flowing into that move. The pivot cups are really vital. And one of the things with the C7 skates is that they break off or they fall off. I don't know what happens, but they definitely disintegrate. And once they break off, it is over. So it's only a matter of time before your skate ends up like this truck here. I tried to do like a makeshift little pivot cuff. With one was I used electrical tape to try to fix it. Peeled right off because it was in the middle of summer and it was just hot, and of course you got all that friction down there, and it just basically melted right on off. This is what the skate looks like when there's no pivot cup. You see all that wiggling? It should be tight. There should be no like little gaps. You shouldn't have all this like wiggling here. And so that's why it was just not a smooth ride at all. The other thing that I ended up doing was using this stuff. You can see this orange stuff here. The stuff called Sugru, which you can buy at Target. And you can also buy on Amazon. And I thought that would be a interesting way to maybe mimic a pivot cup, because it was like a putty. Yeah, you put the putty on the pivot cup and you let it sit for like 48 hours, and it's supposed to like mold into like kind of like a hard, it's not really hard, it's kind of like a rubber in a sense. Well, that completely broke off too, as you can see here. So overall, my thing is, if you're a beginner, you'll totally love these skates. But again, if you're looking to grow into your skating or become a better skater and just better in general, just move on to another skate. Find something else that will work for the type of skill level that you're trying to achieve. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Stay tuned, I will be back. So I'll see you later. Bye-bye.